Hi everybody, it's Lisa, and this is a third part to kind of a three-part series on questions that many of my subscribers have had. Number one was sunscreen, number two is vitamin D, and now we're going to dive into Botox. If you know anything about me, or if you're new to my channel, I am 54 and a half years old, and I'm very proud of that. I have done nothing invasive to my face, and I don't inject my face, I don't do Botox, I don't do fillers, and everything that I teach about natural beauty or teaching you natural alternatives to acne, aging, scar tissue, I practice what I preach. I have had so many of you ask me about Botox, so I thought I would tell you why it is not something that I love. Botox is botulism. Let's just say it. It is botulism. It is a medication that either a doctor or a nurse can inject into your muscle. When they do that, they are stopping that muscle movement or atrophying the muscle. When you atrophy a muscle, you stop sending signals to the brain for that muscle to grow stronger, to be more defined, and to work. When you atrophy that muscle, you affect the other muscles of your face. So if you just do your forehead, you are still going to affect every muscle in your face. In fact, we have 42 different muscles in the face. When we do microcurrent, we are working those muscles, we are telling the brain where we want the muscle, and in fact, when I learned microcurrent, I was told, and we try to get you not to talk during it, that you should stay very still and work the muscles of the face, because a muscle here can affect a muscle down here. So as I was saying, when you inject your forehead muscle, you are affecting other muscles of your face. There are also a lot of different articles out there about how long Botox stays in the body. So be mindful. Do your research. Now, if you do Botox and you love Botox, you do you. But I'm always going to teach you how to find a natural alternative, such as facial yoga or microcurrent, because they work, and I'm proof of it, and so are hundreds of thousands of my clients. Here's another issue I have with Botox. 20-year-olds, maybe even 30-year-olds, going in and having Botox done and being told that it is preventative. When you are stopping a muscle from working, that is not preventative, because once you stop Botox, and I have seen it on hundreds and thousands of clients, we have to rebuild the muscle and retell the brain how that muscle should be or where it should be. So when you atrophy your muscle, you're stopping it from working. You are in no way being preventative. And I have an issue with going into a physician's office or a dentist's office or a dermatologist's office and going in to have a skin cancer checked and then having them tell me that I need Botox or that I need something invasive. So please be mindful about where you're going, who's doing it. It should be a nurse or a doctor in a clean room. This is a medication, and I have always had an issue with Botox parties or things like that. This is not something to take lightly. We also don't know how long it stays in the system, as I told you. We don't know the long-term effects. And I could tell you scary stories about the lady who had Botox and then drowned in her hot tub, or a client of ours who was a cheerleader and the Botox was put into her forehead and then somehow put into the wrong area. I don't remember if it was an artery. Please don't quote me on that, but it ended up going down to her heart. You have to be mindful with things like this. You can do things naturally, and that's all I want to get across from you. You don't have to stop making your muscles move. When did we start telling young people that having wrinkles wasn't beautiful? that having expression wasn't beautiful, that being angry wasn't okay and showing it in your face. I personally think when you show expression, when I'm with my girlfriends and we're laughing, it is absolutely beautiful. But when you stop showing expression, I think you actually look older or are showing looking older in your face. Look at Julia Roberts and how beautiful she is. Look at Helen Mirren, am I saying her name right? And how beautiful she is and the expression she can make. Look at Meryl Streep, someone who is aging so beautifully. I had someone on a comment say, I am going to fight aging every step of the way. Well, so am I. And they said, I am going to do everything I can, inject and fill, whatever the term was. Why is it that growing old gracefully is not as beautiful? I think my gray hair is hot and I love it. I think the fact that I can make an expression with my husband is beautiful and I love it. And I want to show you natural alternatives to getting rid of the 11s, to lifting your muscles with facial yoga and professional microcurrent and maintaining it with new face or microcurrent at home. And there are so many natural alternatives to injecting Botox into your face or botulism. So I think that there's nothing I left out. I'm pretty sure I answered every question that someone has asked me. Please comment, or if you have more questions, just ask me below with love and kindness, and I try to answer, and I think I answer every one. And remember that if you're tuning in here, I'm going to teach you beauty naturally. If you want me to cover anything else, just please ask. And I thank you so much for liking and subscribing to these beautiful videos. Stay beautiful naturally.